The ceremony will begin in 2 minutes. Please silence all cell phones and electronic devices. Please silence all electronic devices. Thank you. Ms. Bien, Sergeant Major Carradine, other distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 209th Officer Basic Course graduation ceremony. I am Lieutenant Colonel Temi Anderson, the OBC Course Manager and the Associate Dean for Students here at the Judge Advocate General's Legal Center and School. I'm also known as the Vice Principal. And don't worry, parents, the students did not have to come see me much. This was a great class. We're pleased to welcome the family and friends here today for this very special event. We would also like to extend a warm welcome to those who are watching via YouTube Live. A video of this event will remain on YouTube until Friday, December 20th. Today is an exciting day here at the JAG School. Today we recognize the outstanding achievements of the attorneys who will soon be certified as judge advocates. Please stand for the entrance of the official party. The official party consists of Brigadier General Joseph B. Berger, Commander, the Judge Advocate General's Legal Center and School, and Colonel Jarrett Dunlap, the Dean of the JAG School. Please remain standing for the playing of the national anthem and the invocation. Chaplain Jeff Sheets will now give the invocation.
I invite you to pray from your faith tradition as I pray for mine. Please join me in prayer. Our Father in heaven, we thank you for this special occasion that brings us together, the graduation of the 209th. We're thankful for these men and women who have risen to the call to serve their country as JAG officers. Even though today marks the completion of months of training, may they continue to grow and develop as legal professionals and leaders. We ask you to bless the relationship these men and women have made during their months together here, and may these new friends and mentors help motivate, sharpen, and encourage them along the way. And as they go to their respective units, give each of them the moral courage and wisdom to give legal counsel, especially when that counsel is not welcomed. And last but not least, bless the faculty and staff who have poured into these soldiers, as well as their friends and family members, some who are with us today, who have loved, supported, and challenged them along this journey. In your name we pray. Amen.
Please be seated. You will now see two videos. The first is a video produced here at the Legal Center and School for the JAG Corps. The second is a personal slideshow of the 209th Officer Basic Course, produced by two of their very own, Captain Alec Morin and Lieutenant Alexander Tucker.
My first 4 years will be very different from your first 4 years.
I will join one of the largest firms.
I will serve overseas.
I will defend our way of life.
I will stand up for those without a voice.
I will serve the Army family and the American people.
I will be challenged like never before.
I'll be an attorney,
a judge advocate,
an officer of the United States Army.
What will you do with your JD? Will you litigate?
Lead a team? Be a decision maker?
defend our Constitution. We will be globally present,
regionally engaged,
committed to our values, your values.
How will you serve your community?
We are family.
We are the Army family. We are family.
We are.
We are the Army family.
We are the Army family.
I'm an attorney and an officer in the United States Army.
Where will you be in 4 years?
Are you ready to accept our challenge?
And this is how it feels.
Ladies and gentlemen of the 209th OBC, you've come a long way. From reporting to Fort Benning, Georgia for the Direct Commission course to your first day here at the JAG School, you met the challenge and transformed in ways that I'm sure you never imagined. You studied criminal law under the Uniform Code of Military Justice and met this weird guy named Sergeant Archie and learned more about him than I'm sure you ever wanted to know. Then you took Sergeant Archie to trial in your first mock courts-martial. Finally, you jumped feet first into national security law, and you slayed the gauntlet. You pushed yourself mentally, physically, and emotionally, and you succeeded. Congratulations, the hard work paid off. Now, it is my great pleasure to introduce our honored guest speaker. You will find his bio in your program. Without further ado, the commander of the Judge Advocate General's Legal Center and School, Brigadier General Joseph B. Berger.
Thank you, Colonel Anderson. And good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to thank the chaplain, first of all, for allowing us and empowering us to focus, each of us in our own tradition, on the importance and the significance of the milestone that we're here to celebrate today. So, chaplain, thank you. Second of all, and equally importantly, welcome to the families, friends, loved ones who've made the journey today to help those in your life celebrate this incredible, incredible event. Welcome to our distinguished visitors, Chief Staff, Colonel Swansinger, the Dean, Colonel Jerry Dunlap and his wife Tammy, Chief Richmond, Sergeant Major Carradine, and significantly to Miss Bien. Miss Bien is our United States Army Reserve Ambassador, represents Lieutenant General Lucky. the Chief of the Army Reserve, here today, and is a great visualization for us of the power of the relationship we have with the U.S. Army Reserve. And so thank you for joining us today, and additionally, thank you for the time this morning talking about all of our shared challenges and opportunities that we'll continue to work with. To our Friendship Force partners, again, thank you. You helped our international students, represented by the flags behind me today, at a time far away from home, make your home feel like their home. And so, again, thank you for opening your hearts and your homes and your lives to each of them as they spent, frankly, a 12 challenging weeks here academically in Charlottesville, learning about the United States, learning about our Army, learning about the Judge Advocate General's Corps, an incredibly significant role, so thank you. To the leadership teams here in the auditorium and watching elsewhere in the building, for those both here at the Legal Center and School, as well as our incredibly small but powerful team down at Fort Benning, thank you. Thank you for leading the graduates to this pivotal moment. Thank you for your mentorship. Thank you for the example, most importantly, that you set, because as we all know, soldiers will do what leaders do long before they do what leaders say. And your example has been powerful and informative and shaping. And that's important because someday you'll be back out in the field and many of these soldiers will be working right alongside you. And so you'll have the opportunity to work with them yet again. To family members, friends, loved ones, and to our graduates, this is just the beginning. The task is not complete. As our graduates know, this is the first step, and only the first step, in a lifetime journey of leader development. And that extends to leadership these graduates will exercise not just in uniform, but in their communities and beyond. The graduates of the 209th Judge Advocate Officer Basic Course enter our dual professions of soldier and lawyer at a time of great change. But with change comes challenge, excitement, and the opportunity to lead. I envy each of them. I really do. These graduates will implement the biggest changes to our military justice system in over 50 years. They will fundamentally shape how our Corps and our Army maintains good order and discipline for lifetimes, not an insignificant milestone. Others will apply our enduring law of armed conflict paradigm in relatively uncharted domains like cyber and space, with seemingly revolutionary weapons against a clamor for new rules to fill the vacuum that nature abhors. Their expertise with the fundamentals and with the cerebral flexibility will get them and their commanders to the right answers. Every one of these graduates will be faced with the challenge of advising commanders and assisting in maintaining good order and discipline in an environment where the military justice system, the law of armed conflict, and the shared values of our profession of arms have all been called into question. So graduates, I speak directly to you now. Amidst these challenges and the chaos and conflict that surrounds them, you absolutely must stay true to your moral compass. You must remain unafraid to actively redirect those around you to do what is right. In short, you must not be afraid to lead. All of you will inevitably hear a commander assert, "Good lawyers get to yes." As a young judge advocate, and even as an old one like myself, what that statement means to you and how you respond to it will define who you are as an attorney, an officer, and a leader. A well-known lawyer and senior career public servant recently said, "It is the job of a good lawyer to get to yes. It is as much the job of a good lawyer to say no. No is much harder. And no must be spoken into a storm of crisis with loud voices all around, with lives hanging in the balance." So how does a good lawyer get to yes, but also have the moral courage to say no? Take you back on a historical journey. It's late 2004, yes, before even some of our graduates today were in high school, in a joint operations center in Afghanistan, where at that point in time the world was powered by generators and we shook the snow off of tents. A task force commander turned to his judge advocate in the middle of an operation. The task force had spent days hunting a high-value al-Qaeda target through Afghanistan's difficult mountainous terrain. An AC-130 Spectre gunship had just come on station, arriving in a pattern over the target. And in short, the commander wanted to know whether or not he could engage that target with the aircraft's powerful 105 millimeter main gun. For those of you unfamiliar with the AC-130, it is an incredibly powerful aerial platform with an earth-shattering amount of very accurate firepower. The 105 millimeter cannon is the centerpiece. But the Air Force liaison officer in that Joint Operations Center, the subject matter expert, didn't speak up. He left it to the lawyer to carry the mail. And rather than pass the buck and publicly shame that Air Force officer subject matter expert, that judge advocate stood up as a leader. He walked up to the front of that jock and explained to the commander that no, he could not use that weapon under these conditions, but there were other options. So there was a way to get to a solution. But the commander's preferred course of action was a no-go. The lawyer didn't get to yes, but he got to right. And in a voice that I can't replicate here, and with expletives I certainly won't repeat, that commander bellowed, "I'll never ask the judge for advice in the middle of a operation again." As is clear to you, it was clear to everyone in that tent, he was not a happy man. So what do you do? What do you do as that judge advocate? Do you stand up and challenge him there publicly on the jock floor? Do you pull him aside later? Now realize, you're a captain, he's a colonel, about to pin on 1 star. How do you explain to him how he was wrong? Do you just take the public chastising and go back to work? Interesting thing was the rule in question had nothing to do with rules that lawyers had anything to do with prescribing. It was a special instructions, in the vernacular simply called the spins, promulgated by pilots reflecting the limits of their own aircraft technology. In short, it was the laws of physics at play, not the kinds of laws that lawyers interpret. So it wasn't a question of legal advice, but rather one of leadership through nuanced counsel. Something broader than the 4 corners of black letter law that had to drive that attorney's actions. The underlying question really wasn't hard, but it was about having the moral courage to give the unpopular answer that no one else would stand up and give. So after that heated exchange, the attorney circled back to the commander after giving the commander time to think, knowing he would still be frustrated at best, but like most commanders, he listened. And he valued the attorney's moral courage, he valued his leadership, and he valued the attorney's candid counsel. So yes, sometimes no must be spoken in the storm of a crisis, with loud voices all around, with lives hanging in the balance. So as you leave here today, graduates, how do you prepare for that? Well, you have to identify your blind spots and you have to work on them. You have to read. You have to read about both of our professions, soldiering and lawyering. You have to read about leadership, good and bad. You need to write and publish, because contributing to the dialogue is what professionals do as a baseline. And you have to discuss those ideas. You have to challenge your own thoughts, perspectives, assumptions, and you absolutely must step outside your comfort zone. You need to know enough about being a soldier and an officer to have the ability to make ethical decisions based on the shared values of the profession of arms. You need to be well-read enough to be able to anticipate, respond to surprise and uncertainty, and have an informed perspective. You must demonstrate that you have the ability to operate on intent through trust, empowerment, and understanding. Do this, and a powerful reputation will follow you, enabling you to truly enjoy this professional and personal adventure ahead. Welcome to the team. Congratulations on finishing the first key task in your career as a judge advocate. I am privileged to serve alongside each of you in the most consequential practice of law on this earth. Be ready. Teams around the globe eagerly await your arrival. Congratulations and good luck.
At this time, General Berger and Colonel Dunlap will present diplomas to the graduating class. I ask everyone to withhold your applause until all diplomas have been conferred upon the graduates. Families and friends, we have a professional photographer who will take photos of each student as they cross the stage. These photos will be available on Monday. As I announce the class, those mentioned as honor graduate and Commandant's list finished in the top 20% of the class academically. Those mentioned as superior academic achievement were in the top 21 to 40% of the class. Captain Stephen T. Poland, distinguished graduate and recipient of the American Bar Association Award for Professional Merit for the highest overall class standing. Captain Curtis N. Cranston, honor graduate and recipient of the JAG School Award for Professional Merit for the second highest class standing. He is also the recipient of the American Bar Association Lamp Committee Award for the highest class standing in legal assistance. Captain Pamela M. Gollin, honor graduate. First Lieutenant Thomas C. M. Turner, honor graduate. First Lieutenant Peter T. McCary, honor graduate and co-recipient of the JAG School Award for Distinguished Accomplishment for the highest class standing in contract and fiscal law. Captain Richard L. Schwartz, Commandant's list. Captain Keir M. Elmanary, Commandant's list and co-recipient of the JAG School Award for Distinguished Accomplishment for the highest class standing in contract and fiscal law. Captain Kevin S. Miller, Commandant's list and recipient of the following awards: the JAG School Award for Distinguished Accomplishment for the highest class standing in criminal law, the 209th Officer Basic Course Leadership Award as voted on by his peers for outstanding leadership throughout the course. Captain Richard R. G. Brantley, Commandant's list. Captain Lisa Lim, Commandant's list. Captain Chelsea L. Kim, Commandant's list. Captain Joseph A. Dombrowski, Commandant's list and recipient of the JAG School Award for Distinguished Accomplishment for the highest class standing in national security law. Lieutenant Caitlin J. Jager, Commandant's list. Captain Jacob A. Kane, Commandant's list. Captain William R. Carpenter, Commandant's list. Lieutenant Rocco E. DeChico, Commandant's list. Lieutenant Mandy M. Shaughnessy Ford, Commandant's list and recipient of the JAG School Award for Distinguished Accomplishment for the highest class standing in general administrative law. Captain William R. Colley, Commandant's list. Lieutenant Shmuel Bushwick, Commandant's list. Captain Alan L. Atkinson, Commandant's list. Captain Alec C. Morin, Commandant's list. Captain Elliot M. Hughes, Commandant's list. Lieutenant Samuel M. Bailey. Captain William E. Bailey, Jr. Captain Lindsay B. Barnes, Superior Academic Achievement. Captain Simon A. Barta. Lieutenant Latrice S. Battle. Lieutenant Christopher Barallo. Lieutenant Brittany D. Berry. Major Thomas P. Bumbo. Lieutenant Patricia Lynn Breadlaw. Lieutenant Michael S. Bromell, Jr. Lieutenant Derek J. Brow. Captain Joshua P. Bruner. Lieutenant Joshua N. Bryant, Superior Academic Achievement. Lieutenant Terrence T. Burrows. Lieutenant Lynn Busby. Captain Maria A. Busser, Superior Academic Achievement. Lieutenant Asia J. Buss, Superior Academic Achievement. Lieutenant Antoinette C. Carradine. Lieutenant Joseph J. Kavanaugh, Superior Academic Achievement. Lieutenant Calvana R. Sedent. Lieutenant Lamorne Y. Cheng Blissett. Lieutenant Kieran D. Shohan. Lieutenant Andrew T. Clark, Superior Academic Achievement. Lieutenant Katie E. Collins, Superior Academic Achievement. Lieutenant Bapayar Dashsaveg. Lieutenant Michelle A. Delgado, Superior Academic Achievement. Captain Ethan T. Dick. Lieutenant Connor A. F. Doyle. Lieutenant Matthew A. Dry, Superior Academic Achievement. Captain Nathaniel W. Eliason, Superior Academic Achievement. Lieutenant Hassan F. Igorin. Lieutenant Shannon J. Fields. Lieutenant Neil A. Foreman. Lieutenant Jason M. Frock. Lieutenant Brandon J. Gaskew. Lieutenant Christopher W. Gingrich. Lieutenant Stephen L. Goldfinch. Lieutenant Jesus R. Gonzalez. Lieutenant Gregory A. Hall. Lieutenant Kenneth L. Henley. Lieutenant Brent K. Higgins. Lieutenant Kristen E. Hoos. Lieutenant Christian D. Jensen. Lieutenant Andres R. Jimenez. Lieutenant Renee S. Just. Lieutenant Michael J. Kerrigan. Lieutenant Brianna K. Colata. Superior Academic Achievement. Lieutenant Martin Law, Superior Academic Achievement. Lieutenant Aaron N. LeClaire Stepanek. Captain Jeffrey J. Long. Captain Cassandra R. Lovett. Lieutenant Matthew D. Lynch. Lieutenant Jessica W. Ma. Captain Megan C. Madecki. Lieutenant Joseph J. McCulley. Captain William D. McDermott. Lieutenant Patrick R. McHenry. Lieutenant John R. McMahon. Lieutenant Jacob J. Men. Lieutenant Wilhelm H. Mercado Perez. Lieutenant Michael W. Moore, Jr. Lieutenant Ryan J. Mumper. Lieutenant Amanda D. Naranjo. Lieutenant James A. Nash. Lieutenant Colonel Callisto Nambote. Lieutenant Helen E. Neiman. Superior Academic Achievement. Lieutenant Seamus J. O'Brien. Superior Academic Achievement. Lieutenant Jonathan C. Ogden. Lieutenant Jason L. Ormsby. Lieutenant Brenna N. Parrish, Superior Academic Achievement. Lieutenant Brandon J. Pugh, Superior Academic Achievement. Captain Joshua A. Reyes, Superior Academic Achievement. Lieutenant Daniel G. Reamer. Lieutenant Jessica L. Reiser, Superior Academic Achievement. Lieutenant Lawrence E. Robbins. Lieutenant Nell E. Robinson. Lieutenant Sean P. Rowland, Superior Academic Achievement. Lieutenant Jonathan D. Russell. Lieutenant Danushka S. Sada. Lieutenant Nolan R. Scar. Lieutenant Jacob R. Shamblin. Lieutenant Michelle H. Shea, Superior Academic Achievement. Lieutenant Adam J. Shire. Lieutenant Justina H. Simon. Captain Robert R. Smith II. Lieutenant Jared A. Sowell, Superior Academic Achievement. Lieutenant Sherilyn Turnez, Superior Academic Achievement. Lieutenant Jeremy L. Thompson. Lieutenant Alexander A. Tucker. Lieutenant Sierra K. Tyrrell. Lieutenant Yvette C. Tyson. Lieutenant Alexander P. Vanskoy. Lieutenant Darren L. Walker. And last but not least, Lieutenant Karina M. Wynn. Please be seated. We're fortunate to have 3 international students as members of the 209th Officer Basic Course. Major Thomas P. Bombo from Liberia, Lieutenant Colonel Callisto Nambote from Zambia, and Lieutenant Bapayar Dasteveg from Mongolia. We will briefly hear from the students, and then Colonel Dunlap will present them with a gift of esteem and appreciation on behalf of the Judge Advocate General's Corps.
Brigadier General Joseph B. Berger, Commanding General and Commandant of the United States George Advocate General School, the Dean, and members of the faculty, senior officers here present, invited guests, family and friends, the student leadership, and members of the great OBC class of 209, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, one and all. Indeed, it is a difficult task to say goodbye to some good friends that you have made for the past 3 months. But because of service to country, I'm compelled to do so. Sir, permit me to use this occasion to extend, on behalf of the government and people of the Republic of Liberia, and in my own name, my esteemed gratitude to the government and people of the United States of America for giving me the opportunity to attend the best military justice school in the world. I can assure you that the knowledge acquired during this block of instruction will guide me in providing legal advice to the armed forces of Liberia as we strive to build a force for good. Words are inadequate for me to express how gratified I am for this opportunity. To the Dean and his professional staff, I say thank you for imparting knowledge. To the company commander and her staff, I say job well done. To the Friendship Force of Charlottesville, I say thank you for making our stay here a success. To my class, I say indeed you are a great class. The last but not the least, to some very special friends, Terry, Kavana, Icy, Wing, Tyson, you guys are all great friends. It is my prayer and conviction that we will meet once again. Thank you very much.
The guest of honor, the Commanding General of the Judge Advocate General's Legal Center and School, Brigadier General Berger. Sir, with your indulgence, allow me to ride on the existing protocol, seeing that I only have 2 minutes. In 1964, the Republic of Zambia gained its independence from the United Kingdom. Almost immediately, the United States of America, this great nation, opened its embassy in the capital, Lusaka. And since then, our two beloved countries have enjoyed very cordial relations. And this is the reason why you see me here, having traveled over 8,000 miles to attend this prestigious institution. The Commanding General, sir, my heartfelt gratitude goes to you, the Dean, the Vice Dean, the staff, our professors that labored so hard to deliver the different packages that they did, which I so gratefully appreciate. And of course, our detachment commander, Captain Smitham, and your staff, outstanding job. As my friend said, words are not enough to sincerely express my personal gratitude for this enriching experience that I have had. I'm standing here with heavily conflicted emotions. On one end, I'm extremely excited that I'll go home in a few days' time and go and hug my 3 little babies. My wife is here and she's attending the graduation. I thank her and my family for the support. And I see so many wonderful families that are here to support me and my colleagues who are graduating today. To you guys, I say a very sincere thank you for everything that you do, putting up with us and supporting us in the background. To the professors, I want to specifically point out that many times we may not see the sacrifices and the effort that you put into the work to come and stand before us and deliver those packages. I want you to remember this, that your sacrifices, your efforts are not in vain. I leave here grateful for each of the block of instructions and the comparatives I have done. I guarantee you that the knowledge that you have put in me is not going to be wasted, but is going to yield results. May God bless the Republic of Zambia. May God bless the United States of America. May God bless the best army on the planet Earth, the United States Army. May God bless the JAGCO. Mi casa, su casa. My home is your home. Thank you.
Over the last couple months, I've had distinct privilege to be the Mongolian student hosted by United States Army. Without a doubt, the time being here at the school gave me some of the diverse experiences, but giving me the opportunity to share these experiences with incredible people. The social time that I had with my classmates taught me many invaluable lessons that can be taught in the classroom. Beyond my classmates, the instructions I received was excellent. I simply cannot thank enough the cadre and staff here at the school. Every day, I felt like it was planned and organized to the smallest details, which is reflection of the cadre's hard work, professionalism, and leadership. Earlier I mentioned some of the invaluable lessons I've learned from my peers, but one of the lessons I learned here being in this country is value of cultural diversity. The diversity of the United States makes this country better, greater, and makes me love this country and appreciate this country even more. I'm very proud of it. God bless the United States of America. God bless Mongolia. Hua!
I ask that our international students now come forward to be recognized.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have really been blessed with 3 outstanding international students that have continued a great tradition that we have here at the JAG School of partnership between the Army JAG School and international officers that really strengthens the quality of our course, our faculty, our students, and hopefully we are able to share half as much as what we gain from our international partners. This group of 3 in particular has just been wonderful. Of course, we're here in Jefferson Country. We're on the grounds of the University of Virginia, which of course is President Jefferson's second university that he founded, the first one being West Point, beat Navy. If you go out to Monticello, you'll see cups like this. We call them Jefferson cups, and they were used as he would sit and share a beverage and a deep intellectual conversation with his many riveting guests that he had there. And as a reminder of our time here and the great riveting intellectual conversations that we've had with our international students, and to remind them of the bond of friendship that hopefully they share with us here at the JAG School, we want to present them with a Jefferson Cup. Congratulations and thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I would like to recognize the outstanding leaders in our student detachment. Detachment Commander, Captain Grace Smitham. Executive Officer, CW2 Brent Vestering. First Sergeant, Sierra Caldwell. Acting First Sergeant, Master Sergeant Jared Murrison. Operations Sergeant, Staff Sergeant Marcus Bennett. These fine officers and NCOs are responsible for every aspect of class training from their arrival at Fort Benning, Georgia, to their graduation this morning. Let's give them a huge round of applause. Thank you. Please stand for the singing of the Army song. The lyrics can be found on the back of your program.
March along, sing a song with the army of the free. Count the brave, count the true, who have fought to victory. We're the army and proud of our name. We're the army and proudly proclaim. First to fight for the right and to build the nation's might, and the army goes rolling along. Proud of all we have done, fighting till the battle's won, and the army goes rolling along. And it's high, high, hey, the army's on its way. Count off and paid is loud and strong. For wherever we go, you will always know that the army goes rolling along.
Please remain standing for the departure of the official party. Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us today, and thank you for celebrating this momentous day with us. This concludes the graduation ceremony. Family and friends are welcome to use the stage to take pictures at the conclusion of the ceremony. Faculty will be waiting outside Decker Auditorium to congratulate the graduates. 209th Judge Advocate Officer Basic Course, we're very proud of you. We hope that you've made enduring friendships that will transcend both time and distance. I look forward to hearing about the great contributions that you will make to the JAG Corps and to the world. Good luck in all that you do. Class dismissed.